Hi, Dr. Kate here. In inner leadership is what I work with. What does that mean? Inner leadership means we begin to access and refine our skills to be more present and aware mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So then we can create the life we want. We can step into our personal power in a very clear, with integrity kind of way, and find, quote, success that is hopefully super aligned with who we are, what our gifts are, and who we're serving and how we want to be of service. So today I wanted to talk about how, when we get caught up in some of that insecurity and we want to look to other people for a sense of okayness, a sense of approval, which is really pretty common as a human being. But what we want to work with when we're wanting to evolve our personal sense of self is we really want to start working with, how do I give myself that sense of approval? How do I start to pay more attention to what I'm feeling and needing and wanting internally, as opposed to, well, I need to know this person likes me, or I need to know they want my business, or I need to know they think highly of me, or, the million things it can be, right? That as a woman, especially, we're really taught to worry about whether people think we're pretty and whether they think we're attractive and whether they think we're smart. And all these crazy ways that we get pulled out of ourselves and into a sense of dependency on what other people are thinking about us or how they are going to relate with us. And this is a very unhappy way to live. I'm sure some of you know. I certainly have lived like that. And it's painful. It's incredibly painful to feel like your sense of okayness is dependent on what other people think of you or how they treat you. In fact, when we're living from that place, we're more likely to attract people who are not going to treat us very well, who tend to not see our worth and value, possibly people with some personality issues, where their tendency is to never be able to look at their own shadow, and all they do is project that shadow on you. So this is where, when we're really insecure and not really clear in who we are, we can tend to attract those sorts of people that are going to mirror that with us, right? We really then get faced with that idea of the shadow perception of ourselves, and we can get taken down pretty quick if we stay there and think that that's what's going on. So let's get back to this concept of, if I'm more attentive, if I'm more aware of how I need to show up and love and care for myself, that's going to give me an edge that allows me to interact with people where I'm not so worried about what they think of me. Now, that's pretty powerful. If I show up and love and care for myself, then I'm not as worried about what other people think or care about me. That's an incredible freedom, right? To be able to go out in the world and hold on to yourself and know that you're okay no matter what, no matter if people like you or not, whether they like what you're doing or not, and to be able to still contain your own self-confidence. This is what I think is really the best way to go about trying to be okay in the world, is we really go from the inside out. We work with this sense of inner leadership, how I show up and lead in a positive way to be more connected and loving and present for myself, so that when I go out in the world, I'm actually not looking for approval. I'm actually showing up and being able to just actually maybe be more of service to people, because I know who I am and I can hold on to myself. And then I'm just sort of spreading supportive, positive juju energy, right? In a way, I'm going to go support others to live more contained and happy within themselves. So it's a kind of a backwards thing from how we're raised, I think, or at least in my generation, where the idea of being safe in the world meant that you wanted to make sure everybody liked you, right? Which never works. So this is an idea that I bring to my work with my clients a lot, because this is where we create sustainability. If my sense of self is within me and up to me, I have a say about it. It's not in your hands. You don't get to decide, well, Kate, you're not okay today because you didn't put any makeup on. And it's like, that too bad for you. I guess if that upsets you, that's your choice, right? So this is the power of us being able to be our own best advocate, our own best support, and to learn how to really protect and honor our sense of self. And this is a number one strategy, I believe, for real sustainable success, because you have your inner core. And from that, we are connected to who we really are, right? We're more connected to what we have to offer from a very authentic place. And this is a sustainable way of living, I believe. So just felt like sharing that today. And my invitation, I guess, would be to see where you're ready to take the next step with yourself, to do some more inner work, to really strengthen your sense of self that could really serve you. And you know where to find me if you want to do some work. I'm in the process of working on a couple great little programs I'm going to be putting out that will be really fun and powerful. Have a fabulous rest of your day.